Yeah.
you know, spread out throughout the plaza. And it's all about, sort of, I was saying to them, like, this, I went here as a kid, I wish I could just repeat what I.
I heard you say, yeah, that you were there as a kid, in elementary school, and then, as an adult, like for an opera for the first time, and then as an adult seeing like Bjork and Sufjan Stevens at the
Yeah,
Dorothy
and I
Stands.
said, like, basically this place connects because they really wanted a reason why you would do this here, you know?
Yeah.
And I said,
Capital.
this place connects the whole city, wherever you are, no matter what ethnicity, what your political views, what all those different things, people converge here.
Mm.
And so I want to bring in feelings like what we all feel but rarely talk about as a way, in this spot where we all converge. And there's a particular statue I referenced. I said, I was walking through here and there's this statue and it says peace on earth. And then I thought about this piece here, because this is sort of like these sort of, I always saw this as this one here, like it's called, give a tired, uh, it's the Statue of Liberty thing, tired, poor, huddled mass yearning to be free. Inspired by Anna's cabinet design, by the way. But anyway, yeah, so I just, this statue back here is, or I don't know if you can you see that statue between the two green figures?
Now, these will all be augmented reality, correct?
Oh,
Yeah, so
the small
they'd all
ones. Yeah.
move like, yeah, like, I have a little demo I made
I
too.
mean, will they be physical and then move augmented, or will they be purely
They'll
augmented?
be purely augmented, but they'll be specific to this space. So it wouldn't be like
Right.
you could put this or see, you'd have to go to the space to actually see it.
Yeah. So you're probably
You know.
Geographically
using
tied.
geocaching or something like this, right? To make it work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I
It
think
may
it's really
be,
good.
it may end up being a combo because it's not like pure, it's this app called Hoverlay. And one of the guys involved with it is he's the developer of the app. So I get to
Nice.
work with him, and he's really cool. And he so it's not like pure like it's not like over or what it's over now, right? Instead of
Oh,
OVR.
over reality. Yeah.
They're the ones
OVR.
that ruin my plans.
Yeah.
It's not quite like that, but it is like it's sort of like with if you're within the zone, you can activate this experience, and then it lays it out. Either you could do it either relative to user position
Mm-hmm.
or relative to an image target, or we talked about, oh, we could have them say we could say turn toward the fountain in the middle and then tap and then it'll lay it out. And then they brought in the idea of actually Nicholas, the Hoverlay developer, brought in the idea of, oh, we could ask people to put their feelings on Twitter, react to a certain piece, and then they could come back in a month and we could see all the different reactions.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it reminded me of that emotional map of Los Angeles, Anna, that we proposed back in, I don't know, 2013, 14, 15, whenever that was.
I mean, maybe
You
even
know, you
a physical manifestation, right? Something that's user created. I like to remember those like bridges where people put locks. You know, I think
was
it's just
thinking
like I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the Western Wall, where they put their prayers in the wall,
Mm-hmm.
because you could do
Right.
like post notes and have the post notes in a section where they just kind of all just flutter there in cyber, that you'd have to go through it, but if you wanted, you could, you know, somehow manipulate your way through them.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
idea.
and I heard for the second proposal, they suggested people submitting also angels, right?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
so
want
the
to?
second proposal, let me just find that video. Oh, here it is.
And I
So
know it may
this we
not
just,
be. I know
oh,
it may
sorry,
not
go
be.
ahead.
No, you're fine. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I just thought you were at a break.
This one is,
Is it
I
playing?
got too many. Now I'm trying to find the right window here, but, well, let me try this. That's that one. Can you guys see?
Oh, not
Can you
anymore.
see any? No. Hold on. Let me get. I thought I had it up. Oh, maybe it's because it's full screen. Yeah, let me try it now. Here it is. Okay. So this one, this is, it's City of Angels, and as I said, the angels are the artists. And so here, let me go back. So this was just sort of a mock-up we did in our just outside our house, basically.
Picture of Anna?
No, these are like different.
Well, the one she looked,
Yeah,
it's a lot like
this one,
a
right?
young picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
These
like
were actually.
So it's like
Oh,
an
go ahead.
angel particle system, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. So Anna
cool.
used the AI to generate the angels into a sprite sheet, which then she tweaked a bit. Then I put them into a particle system. I made these like faces and stuff just as like a quick, Oh, Anna, look at the blue one at the top. Doesn't that look like Lizzo?
Yeah.
That's her uncle that died
Okay, I was
recently.
like, who's that guy? That's nice.
Well, I just
But
meant the one in the blue turtleneck or whatever. It looks so much like a young picture of Anna, like when she was in her late teens, maybe mid-teens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, because that's just AI generated angel. So, yeah.
I saw it and I thought maybe he incorporated you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I think you might like hearing that, but we invited yesterday the Midjourney bot into our Discord.
Oh, I saw that. What
Yeah.
is what
right
does that
now,
mean?
right now it's a hidden channel because right now they're just testing, and but we were thinking that if the test runs good and the subscription model is not too heavy to do it for a server, we could just all chip in and have one subscription here together and unlimitedly use it however we want and like.
That's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. That's really awesome.
Right? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's
That
very
is-
very new though. They haven't even yet published the pricing models and stuff, so we have to be a little bit more patient. Huh?
What I was going to tell you, Daniel, on that thing of having your notes and stuff, the thing I saw that made me think about it, and I know it's not probably appropriate for these particular ones, but in the future, if you have something where it would be, there was a videographer who did one of the Wailing Wall over in Jerusalem with all of the prayers in the wall, where he at the end he had all the prayers look like they came out of the wall and fluttered like almost butterfly like fluttered up into the sky like they were going up at the time. And if you ever do a 9/11 tribute or something where you're doing something of that nature, where that would be cool, an augmented reality effect like that would be breathtaking. I just thought I'd mention it so if down the road you were ever in a situation.
No,
that
that's
might be
good. I'm glad.
really cool to file away, and then I'll shut up and leave you alone.
Yeah, but I'm glad you mentioned both those things, the wailing wall and that effect.
Because
Yeah.
I just thought, with everybody gets to put their little 2 cents in on Twitter or even your own app, so you're not having to go through a third party, and then just be able to. It would be kind of a cool thing for a big World Peace Day or whatever. I mean, I'm not big on the big emotional ones, but at the same time, there are people who are, and when it matters, it matters.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I also think that the last one you presented is probably like going to be more popular, but I personally like the first one you presented. I think it comes with so much value, It's, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You're in the final round of this, let's just say. I'm really not surprised.
Thank you.
It's exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's cool. It's exciting. Yeah, what they brought up for that second one was like that we could invite the public to create their own angels. Like, in other words, we start off with this just because of timeline, and then we invite people to create their own, and like maybe I curate it, and then we could add those in.
Yeah.
So that could too. But yeah, if I had to choose one, I mean, I'm partial to the first one, because it's all the work from all these years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, look at who joined us. Deep Thought, are you already missing us? Aren't you going on holidays tomorrow?
Hey guys, yeah, literally I'm just finishing off packing, doing bits and pieces. I just thought I'd join the call quickly.
You just missed a really nice presentation by Daniel for something that he's hopefully going to realize.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with these guys, yeah. So, or the Zoom.
Zoom, not phone, Daniel. We don't use phones anymore. Who needs phones?
I know. Only for checking Twitter.
I mean, I honestly started since I'm here in Peru. I started to put my phone, generally speaking, on not disturb, because you get so many advertisement calls in Peru, and it's such a bother. So literally, you cannot reach me by phone anymore. It's not a thing. Like, Discord is safer than calling me.
Yeah, because it's true actually. It minimizes all the robocalls and automated bots and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or calls. I do it more for calls from family and coworkers.
Yeah, exactly. For work, obviously we use Teams and Zoom and WebEx and the whole.
No, but I'm like, don't bother me. Let me work.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, we have something scheduled.
We thought still to get the AI working right. That'll be the AI assistant, and they'll just screen all those phones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
But until then, do not disturb is the mode you want to put it on. Sorry. I don't know how this keeps happening.
I'm on Furious, and she's been booted off. It just happens occasionally.
It happens occasionally, but I don't fucking know why, because I don't have the Discord on automatic update. Like, what am I doing?
How does it? Is it trying to update?
Oh.
It's almost like a glitch in my system. This is how it feels like.
Sounds like an Alana Show episode. A glitch in my system.
A glitch in my system.
Yeah, capture that quote.
Anna, note it down. A glitch in my system.
Can I bring something up that it might be of interest?
Of course, always.
So, Are you guys familiar with, I think it's called ASOF?
Yeah,
It's Digital Film Festival.
I did this last year, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, actually
Okay.
with 2 projects, and both got in.
Oh, nice. Nice. Are you thinking of doing something this year or no? Because it wasn't worth it or yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. Because what I mean, I was on the Twitter call this morning and they were saying you get a lot of exposure. It's going to be played at Cannes and Paris and Italy and, all these places. But
I
yeah,
don't know. It didn't,
yeah.
honestly, I didn't get any change to, my normal social media or whatever.
Okay.
And also, Lauren went there personally. They first didn't want to even give her a ticket to go inside. So she was crying when she was on her way back flying from Miami to there, because she was like, hey, they just told me, like, I'm not even getting inside. And we're like, what? Why? But you're like one of the finalists. So we made one Alter Age movie, right? And the other one was a private project that I did with a few other designer friends together. And so I was like, no, that cannot be right. If you're a finalist, you should, have a ticket to get in. So anyhow, after like long talks and calls, she finally got her ticket to go, right? And then she was there and she was like, you know what? This looked very predetermined. Like there was no voting period or anything. It was just like, okay, here's the winner. But how the winner came to be or the process of selection, like none of this was like somehow transparent. And yeah, so I don't know. I think probably still a good project if you just want to, feel, how do you say, like a little bit like the pressure to, do something like this if this was anyway on your plate. But we really want this Rococo suit, so I think I'm rather gonna focus all my energies on winning as a Rococo suit, or maybe Paola can win it, or maybe Zoe. We're all gonna hand in and see if one of us can get it.
What is this? What is it's a contest to win?
I put it in the Nucleus chat, but for
Oh.
transparency's sake, obviously, can also put it. Oops.
I think Daniel might be winning the competition at this rate with his announcement.
Yeah, I think I put it only in the Nucleus, right?
We'll put yours forward. It sounds awesome.
Thanks, Deep Thought.
Gonna put this in the general chat for everyone. So
Maybe share the link, Dan, so you can check it out. Is there a private link?
I just put it in the general chat, the link. So it's from this community that's called Punisher. I don't even know how to pronounce this. And so if you're making first place, you get the full Rococo suit, so with fucking everything, right? And if you're making second place, you get at least the Rococo suit and a few other things, obviously. So it needs to be first or second place. Best if we all three hand in, because we can only participate as an individual. Better we win first and second place.
And what about, should we start all setting up extra accounts so we can slam the votes?
Yeah, the man's a genius.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
Hundreds of accounts.
Well, there's what RBI will be doing.
Wait, I'll show you guys something. I was spying today on what the other people are doing. So I went into the server of the Punisher or Clint, and in the discussion forum you can see like what other people are coming up with, right? So now I just need to find an example. Sorry.
How was your holiday, Kat? Did you have time away?
It was good. A lot of family, which was good. I haven't gone to bed yet, so I'm really tired. But
right.
and
sometimes it's easier that way.
A lot, yeah. Oh wow, this alien.
Is there a stream to watch?
Yeah. It was good though. I went to Indiana. So, that's Indiana. Um, but it was just nice to see green grass and a lot of trees
Nice.
as well. Yeah.
Where are you located now? Like, where's your home now?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, but you grew up in Indiana?
No, I'm the only one in my family who did not grow up in Indiana. Yeah, my parents moved right before I was born. So, yeah, but it's like interesting going back and visiting kind of like once a year for every year, every other year of my life, because it's like one of the towns I've gone from like 2,000 people to 44,000 people. So it's been really cool to watch like the city grow and like see and knowing people who are involved with that too, which is really, really cool.
That's nice. Yeah, those examples you're showing there, Stella, they seem to be varied across like Unity and Unreal.
Yeah, so you're supposed to do this in Unreal Engine.
Okay.
Yeah, they set up the file, I believe, for Unreal Engine, and you're supposed to use that file. So you cannot play with the camera movement or anything else, really. It's it has a lot of restrictions, but probably it's a good thing it does.
I see people are putting objects around the movement, like the
Did you see this?
previous.
Yeah, that's
He's hung up in space.
they've got an anchor, and it looks like they're using camera movement, right? I mean, they could be moving everything else, but it sure looks like camera movement.
No, it has the camera moving. So the original file has a set up camera, but they were like, don't touch it. Like rule number 2, use one of the moves that we're providing you with. Rule number 2, don't touch the camera. This is like, you only need 2 rules, apparently.
Like, it's more about the character you design and how you which move, the combo of effects.
I think it's honestly, it's like kind of the story. So it's like I think this is the same community that made this really cool challenge. Remember this, where they just had one person going like this, where you had the feeling that they were like dragging something behind them. Remember this challenge? It was like super famous. It was a 3D challenge from last year, and so I think they're setting this up.
I love the reenactment.
Yeah, and I think they're setting this up in the same. Did you just make fun of me?
No, I said I love the reenactment because it really brings it to life. You know, you can imagine driving something heavy because you did the movement with your shoulders. No, it was great. Very good.
Yeah. You're hired.
I'm embarrassed. Thank you.
Hired.
Okay, no, but so they have like, I think it's called like 100 something challenge, and these 100 like people who did like the best 3D animation scenes from this, right? They got like in a compilation of like a trailer essentially. So all of those 100 were represented in that, and it looked really, really cool. And I think part of on how you can assemble that in a nice way is if the camera movement is always the same, right? Then it's no problem to have like 100 in a row of these. And I think it's like the combination of telling a cool story and making it fit with the avatar and the environment, right? Because like some of those examples, they were, I would try and find this because I can imagine like all of you, maybe if you haven't seen it, challenge 3D dragging, yeah. It's gonna drop this also in the general chat. It's this one. It was like all over the internet, and some were like, you know, dragging a battery. Others were like dragging like essentially a planet or whatever. So like everyone interpreted this story like entirely different, and yeah. So I think you can really kind of like tell your own like tiny tail within those few seconds. And I think key to stand out is probably not using generic things too much, or if you do, you use generic and you give it like your own twist, right? So if I would want to go generic, I would just download a sci-fi kit bash kit, right, and just like mock up together like some kind of like cyber city, and then I don't know, cyber guru who's like doing martial arts on top of a roof or something in a neon cyber city, right? But
what's the length? Is there a restriction on file
Yeah.
size?
There's a restriction on the length, I think. Let me, actually, I haven't yet unpacked the file. Let me unpack it, and then hopefully I can tell you what's the length.
I mean, could you put her in the chateau and have part chateau, part space?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea. You know, like you remember the montage where you had the capsule, the
Yeah.
time traveling ship, rotating through space. She could be in there performing a move.
Like for us, I would like that.
So-
I think
so Alan
for
Parent.
making it into the first few places of this competition, it will not be good enough, I think. Because you have to imagine that the backgrounds in the chateau are very like plain, right? Because it's mostly an exhibition space.
Right.
So it will not tell you actually a story unless you know the full story, like us.
Yeah,
we know
true.
the full story. So we need to make something that's like more accessible, I guess. Yeah. So okay. So they put in a Cinema 4D template viewport and an Unreal Engine 5 template viewport. But and then
And I
they-
guess
so I guess you have to set it up in the same way. I think they're telling you how to set it up. I have to watch this. I don't know. You can, by the way, if you're interested, Deep Thought, you can download the file like below the video. Like he
Oh,
has
cool. Did you put the link in the chat? Did you say? I
Yeah.
know you've put the link.
I did.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the first link I put. It's the one with the I challenge you. That one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So you're saying something really out of this world, something that would be quite different.
Do you have an idea right now of what you want to do?
I think I want to go with still like the Alana theme, that we talked about during our branding and the Alana show session. I really like this like, for us maybe sometimes weird combination of nature and technology. So I think if I can come up with an organic concept, something like this, that makes it like feel very white and epic and shit like this, I'm also working on some. I gotta show you guys this. This week I've got a lot to share. Okay, so I'm working on this material right now in Substance Designer, because I don't have enough like knowledge about doing like hard surface
Oh,
materials.
That's really nice.
Yeah, you like it?
I love that. Yeah.
Like hard surface materials in Substance Designer. So yeah, I started like working on a series of hard surface materials. So right now I'm debating with the paint map because I don't like the paint map right now. But yeah, and then I have to move forward to coloring like the little shitties here. How are they
I actually
called?
like that. It reminds me of a custom PC type of,
Doesn't it?
On the side of a water cooler or around the CPU. Or yeah, it looks
Yeah.
nice.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
looks great.
Yeah, I also really like it. It's really cool, and yeah, I'm learning a lot by doing this. So yeah, that's good, because till now, I was very focused on textiles, and like like I feel like I can do almost everything in here, but like specifically hard surface modeling. And I mean, it's so nice, right? It's just a texture, so you don't need to model all of those details. You just put on the texture on a cube or a plain surface, and you're done. And you know, there's like a multitude of ways on how you can alter this to make it look different, not just the colors, but also the patterns and stuff. So I feel, yeah, this is probably the way to go, and also to make Zoe more happy, you know. Because when she composed like Arendelle Chateau, she was like, you know, you cannot give me like high resolution geometry and high resolution images. Just like decide for one, either textures or geometry. And I'm like, textures it is, you know. So yeah, anyhow.
Why is that? I just want to understand. Is it because it's too heavy on the system, or?
Yeah, so yeah. The more high resolution textures you put in, the more heavy a file gets, and the same with the more geometry you put in, the more heavy a file gets. It's like both is a pain essentially. But yeah, I always feel like textures are more worth it than geometry usually. I feel like geometry you easily end up with just way too much, right? By getting lost in details, while like the textures can really replace a lot of triangles. Like if I would model what I just showed you as a texture, I would assume just this model would be what? Roughly over 100,000 triangles, I guess, with all the little, you know, these like little, how do you call these, like little pinnacles, you know? I don't even know how to call those in English. I have no idea. What?
I don't know. I don't. What is that called? I don't know what that was.
It's like a grid, right? But like, yeah.
Would it be a rivet? I don't know.
Kind of like rivets, yeah, I guess. A rivet patterned surface, maybe. So just, you know, one like these. Let's say one of those has, in that kind of resolution, I would assume at least 32 vertices, right? And then 32, and then it would be like essentially a little bit, what it was, 64, 65, 66 triangles, probably.
So are you thinking of bringing in Substance Designer then as part of this competition?
Yeah, definitely.
In the back of your head?
Yeah. Definitely, I think. Yeah. What do you think? Right?
You obviously have an idea in the back of your head, like a super fantastic idea.
You know,
fantastical concept.
No, not yet. But you know, I really liked from what we discussed. I think this is like one of my favorite images from the current mood board that we have. And I really think the reason for that is it looks powerful, it looks epic, it's technology and it's nature at the same time. It's like all of it, you know? It looks dangerous, it looks beautiful. And I feel like, I don't know, something in that area. I have no idea, actually, but something.
So you know that thing you were just looking at, like off a planet cut in half. You remember you went through some of the videos that people had done. One of them was a goalkeeper on an ice hockey net. And what they did was they used his movement to, I think, do puck returns and to catch pucks and throw them back and do all sorts of stuff. There, I guess you could, the movements could cause the ring to rotate and therefore the planet, or it could be some mechanical gear that the movement is orchestrating, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that could be nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, like the ring and the planet and the ball are all cogs, and then depending on the movement, one is quicker than the other. So like on a cogged machine, you know, the big cogs move slower than the small ones, etc.
Yeah, I like the synchronized movement. I mean, I haven't yet watched like the library of moves that they give you. But
and can I ask one other question as well? Are you allowed to bring in audio? So like, could you put music to it? Could you put like a VJ backdrop, what's the scope or limitation?
I have no idea. I think they didn't say something about music, so I guess you just have to care that it's not copyright music. But otherwise, I guess it's gonna be okay.
This is Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think animation 1 or 2 looks really nice, no? Because there is like a lot of like, or even 4 maybe.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is, like you say, Tai Chi moves slightly slower.
Or 18.
I
Look
think
at
26
18.
is kind of cool. I mean, there's so many cool ones. I guess it's kind of like.
You know
Yeah,
why
and they
I
all
like,
have the same vibe. Yeah.
I like 18 because it finishes like this, you know? It's like there is a finish move in it. So if we have like portals going with the hand movement, right? And then it finishes, it's like the portal is closed or it opens, right? One or the other. Maybe. I don't know.
Can you use as many as you want, or are you restrained to
one?
Oh, just one.
Just one, yeah.
Like if you could use them all, it'd be quite interesting. But yeah.
Oh, here are the project
files. There is one that the ones where it's pushing away or pushing something. You could be rolling something forward.
Yeah, good
but
idea.
It doesn't have the feet. It's not as involved. It doesn't have like the legs coming up and like the whole body. Which one was it? It was, I think 11. But I like the one that 18 you were talking about though too, because it has like the feet coming, like you're using. It feels like a little bit more is happening maybe.
Yeah, 18. You could be pushing something down with your foot. You could be pulling something down with your hand, and you could be like smacking a button or something at the end.
Yeah, something. No.
But I guess with all of them,
you could be like pulling something up and then stopping it with your foot.
Yeah.
Pulling something up with your hand and then stopping it with your foot.
I like that. That's a good idea. I like 18. Let's go with 18. Let's make a note. 18.
So then, do you use the model, and that becomes the bones, and that's the rig for the model that you use, or is it a fully rigged model they give you?
I think you can. They show you how you can apply this, but yeah, as you can see, it's 145 frames. Yeah, 140. What the hell? I think it's 145 frames. Do not touch the camera. Import a provided FBX animation and place the stand-in mannequin with your own character. Join this Discord to stay updated on challenge rules. But honestly, I think I wouldn't want to do this one in Blender because that seems a hassle. Because there's gonna be a lot of poly count. I think that might be better suited for Unreal Engine, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do they provide also the Unreal Engine file?
So would you take Alana that you built in Daz and then put this movement, apply this movement to her?
No, I would do it directly in Unreal Engine, I think. It looks like a better idea.
Building her in Unreal Engine, or
no? I would still go through the same process. So I would essentially go from DAS to character creator, from character creator to marvelous designer to dresser, then getting like the dress essentially back, and yeah, getting the dress back. Then I would go into 3D Exchange. In 3D Exchange, I would apply the animation. Then I would import that into iClone, and then I would export from iClone into Unreal Engine the animation. That would be one thing, and then exporting her avatar from iClone into Unreal Engine as well. Then retarget it, retarget the animation, and then setting up the environment, I think. Yeah, it is a bit of a long process, honestly. It's not a fun thing. And also there's like tons of shit that always goes wrong. But it's also why I started this year. Also, he's just working on an Alana anime version, just so you guys know. No, I'm working on this document right now. It's Alana's base setup. So I'm going through all the different stages of how I make Alana work, essentially. And yeah, I'm just at this stage. There's like those stages. You have usually like 3 like under category stages, I would say. Like even character creator has like 2 tabs. And character creator is not really like complicated or something. It's just it's like so much to remember. So I was like, in case someone else ever wants to do this instead of me, be my guest. Now you know how.
Yeah. And then for her environment.
I was gonna say you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say you lost me after the 3rd or 4th like switch into the next one, and I'm glad you brought up that visual because I was just kind of like, huh, what?
Gonna say you do it so well, Stella, that it's just great for us to sort of pitch back and feet up and watch your master in action, really.
Yeah.
Because that flow process is
working
hella complicated.
Oh yeah, also I hope like you enjoy this, because this board has everything. Now you can find everything on one location. Sorry, Daniel, not really relevant for you, but for everyone else here, so like bringing this up.
I'm involved in the Alana show by proxy, you know, so.
Yeah, that is true.
You're part of it, Daniel.
Yeah. My question was about the environment. So is it easier for you to create one in this situation from scratch rather than bringing pieces that you already have built?
Well, it's always more fun to bring stuff that you've already built, right? Yeah, no, I think, honestly, I think I can work with a mix of things, right? I can probably work with a mix of kit bashing, which would be, you know, predefined models, and using, you know, like, kind of like, I imagine background, doing like more kit bash, and not using like self-generated stuff, and then maybe 1 or 2 elements in the foreground with the character, which are like the elements that essentially his movement, you know, goes with. I think they should be very unique. So, and also the question remains, is it Alana or should it be a different avatar, you know? Does it need to be Alana? Could it be something different? I mean, we're not handing it in as Alana, right? But I still think, like in my narrow worldview where everything is Alana, I still think I want to do that. I want to make her the star of this.
Yeah, I in my opinion, too, you know, any chance we get to brand her and put her out there, I think it's important, especially we're going to be using it for her. So it would be good. I just did like, okay, can you see this? It's like, oh, very rudimentary. You know, I was thinking of like her, where am I going? How come my camera is delayed, so I'm moving my finger. Okay, so like her bedroom or the chateau with the gold shinies, and then okay, here, let me look at this. So, and then this is like her floating like a little spaceship thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that the chateau? But that's like such a cool thing that spins around. And
Maybe
then like I think
robot.
What?
Maybe it's her little helper roboter. Like a robot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I was thinking of the thing that Lillian made, you know, the AR thing that Lillian made.
That's the chateau from outside, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe that's the chateau. So it's either like some kind of either the chateau or her little, you know, transportation vehicle that's moving. But then here's that Earth thing, the tech and Earth thing, and then she could be like, you know, doing her little movements that's affecting this. But I just love like the gold in the chateau, the moving sparkly thing, and then like sparkly stars. And it kind of just like tells a story of like her world. So that was just like something that came to mind.
Okay, maybe you would like this idea. Let me try and pull this up actually. I think, no, that's Feature app. Sorry. Here's Telegram, Dabback. Dude, where's my... It's not even that many files anymore. There it is. So, I mean, this is still the old version, so never mind for all the stuff that isn't working. But essentially, once you enter Arendelle, right, this is what you see, right? You see like the Unreal Engine native avatar, and in the background the chateau is like in the dark and spinning in space.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, especially for those of us who want to participate but maybe don't, you know, like maybe don't have like a lot of modeling skills or stuff, but we could use this scene essentially as it is. Like, I have that, right? It's like ready built, and just make it look better and nicer and better arranged in the camera and stuff. But essentially it could be used like this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I love that spinning thing. And then can you bring some of that gold, that beautiful gold, Art Nouveau stuff?
Yeah, it just it's not visible right now because we realized this is way too dark. So I cannot show you right here right now, but in all of this background there is a lot of gold, and even like those branches, they're like white perlmutt. So
Beautiful.
yeah, it's just a matter of lighting it better, you know? Obviously,
Nice.
if like the main thing is the avatar, you would light the avatar better than it is the case here, right? But like if you go into the chateau, you will soon realize, you know, there is not, like if you put this as a backdrop, you know, it's not gonna look really great because there's
Just the floor.
Yeah, it's a nice floor, but it's, you know, it's not gonna stand in a competition. I've been part of
As
too many
part of like
competitions.
the floor in that other one, you know, like
Yeah,
with space. Yeah.
That would be such a cool floor to like to stomp down on, and then because it is like kind of looks like puzzle pieces, the way the like
And it's
the way
mirrored.
it's like yeah, it would be cool if like pieces of it dropped as she stomped, or like everything dropped and just the middle piece that she's on stayed when she stomped, or like something along, or she went through it or something like that, because it's like kind of has that like you could, I don't know, I also have no idea what is involved in doing all of that, so
And yeah, no, that's a good idea. Because you know, with the movement where they potentially you could move a planet, you know, or like you say, move bits of the chateau. Maybe to your point, with the movement, it's like spinning. It's like having a film, and the figures moving through time, or in this case, they're flicking through scenes in the chateau and they're moving past, if you know what I mean.
I didn't totally follow that.
Me
So
neither.
almost with the movement, changing the scene. So the movement of the hand flicks the background into a new scene. If
I
you already
see.
have those compositions that you could use and take those environments, because I don't get is it a full 3D model, or could you have screenshots which get moved, if you see what I mean?
You can have screenshots. There is no rule for making it entirely like 3D modeled.
Yeah.
Also, like if we're going precise, also a plane is a 3D model. So,
It's true.
Yeah. But I do have to say, I like that idea of the mirror reflecting her too, like the mirrored floor reflecting her, because then you see her movement, but then you see the movement on the ground too. I didn't see that in the other things.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, you see the movement from different angles.
Yeah. It's just you won't see that in a shot.
Oh, you won't.
The shot is it's like so
Right.
frontal.
Right.
You won't be able to see that. You would have to tilt the camera. Cats are very attached today. I can tell, right? They're really happy you're back.
I hope so, but I also think it's because there's some food right here that Phoebe is trying to get to.
Well, that helps always.
But I'd like to think that first one.
How do cats maneuver in Brooklyn? Do they go out? Do they have like a yard, or must be quite busy for like pets?
It is very busy for pets, for dogs particularly, but my cats are indoors. I don't have a yard. I have like a little balcony that they go out on when it's like not this hot out. But yeah, they stay in my apartment. But they were rescued from a garden in Bushwick. So
oh wow.
They were
They're
like
happy.
in
Now.
Yeah, I do want to get more things, a little bit more like height for them, because the thing behind me that I was trying to build, sometimes it just doesn't look like this cat falls off of it sometimes.
Climbing towers, they can climb up and sit on different platform levels.
Yeah, which they like, exactly. There's a lot of dogs in Brooklyn, a ton, especially after COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do people abandon them, you mean?
No. Everyone got a dog or a cat, but like there's like so many more. Yeah, it's like everyone got a car, everyone got an animal.
Aww,
yeah,
that's nice.
Or they got out of the city. It was like one of the three. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Seems like our neighborhood too has more dogs. Would you say, Daniel?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Where are you, Daniel?
We're in West LA, so like near San Juan. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. I don't know, familiar, but yeah. I better go after into my PHP MySQL self, which is not my favorite version of myself, but I have a meeting at 2:30. I need a little food before, so.
What? You need food? Why?
There.
I made
go.
It's the Gordon Gecko lunches for wimps line coming out here.
I guess today was
anyway.
You need food, yeah.
I often don't eat, but
so it's a good sign that he's remembering.
That is
right before that call, I had I also did a workout with this trainer, so yeah, so it's been
well done.
But I still won't do much, and now I got to go in with the family business PHP stuff. Anyway.
You can do it. Stay
you can
strong.
do it. We have faith.
Today was anyway not really a Rams call. I guess it was just a nice chat with friends. But I liked it a lot. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good seeing you all and hearing you deep thought. And I don't know where Vlad went, but he disappeared.
Adam?
Anyway, okay, I'll see you guys later. You'll probably see me walking in the background shortly.
Probably. Bye, Daniel.
Well done. See ya.
Bye, guys.